Yes, we are, and we do have the advantage. The Caucasian people in nature is at a disadvantage. We have the privilege in nature. Caucasian people only have the privilege in the artificial world, not in the world of nature, not in the real world. Only in the artificial world do they have the privilege. But that privilege soon is gone. In the 60s, they said God is dead. They God. And now, in the seventh millennium, which begun the year 2000, I'm here to bury that God. That God. Their God is dead. Trump had his Bible up in front of a church. And that Bible has lost its significance and power. I'm going to explain one thing to you as they, Caucasians, try to usurp our power, misappropriate our spirituality. In the book of Samuel, 2 Samuel, 7th chapter, the 6th chapter, 2 Samuel. And when it said, David danced before the Lord with all his might. And David was girded with a linen ephod. And now later and said, and as the ark of the Lord came into the city of David, Michal, Saul's daughter, looked through a window and saw King David leaping and dancing before the Lord. And she despised him in her heart. Now Saul and David were enemies. Now Michal was the daughter of Saul. And then on the 20th verse, then David returned to bless his household. And Michal, the daughter of Saul, came out to meet David and said, how glorious was the king of Israel today, who uncovered himself today in the eyes of the handmaids of his servants, as one of the vain fellows shamelessly uncovered himself. For David was dancing naked. He was exposing his genitals in that sexual dance. And David said unto Michal, it was before the Lord that chose me before thy father and before all his house to appoint me ruler over the people of the Lord, over Israel. Therefore will I play before the Lord, Play, and I will yet be more vile, Vile, more vile, more nasty than he was, than she seen him, and will be base in mine own sight. Even in his own sight, he be base and vile. And of the maid servants which thou hast spoken of them shall I be head in honor. That means the female love that nastiness, love that sexual perversion. And you can see the squirrels is like that today, loving that nastiness, loving that sexual perversion. David was lunar, Saul was solar. And so they was appropriate our sexuality, appropriate our power. That's what they're doing now.